Hello. Today I'm going to show you how you can configure your Microsoft Outlook to work with an email account which you host on your own domain. Okay. Now to do this, first of all, you need to have a domain hosted somewhere. All right, and you need to have email accounts created on your domain. Okay. So for example, I'm going to create. This is my own cPanel hosting, and I'm in the email account section of it. I'm going to create a new email address or an email account on my domain. So I'm going to create the account test1 and the password, which is also going to be test1. All right, and I'm going to create the account. Just below it, you could see other accounts that I've created. Nobody at chudetv.com, test1 at chudetv.com, who cares at chudetv.com. So I'm going to be creating or configuring my Microsoft Outlook to work with this account, test1 at chudetv.com. All right. Now, before I go to Outlook, I need you to access something first. Just click more here, and you see configure email client. It's actually very easy, and it gives you the complete setup and parameters which you are to use. All right. Now these are the manual settings. It also comes with the automatic settings which you use, auto configuration scripts. For example, for Windows Live Mail, that is if you're using a Windows Live Mail, Mozilla Thunderbird, Postbox, Mail app for Mac OS Lion, right? And it gives you the manual settings which we will be using. Now, when it comes to the manual settings, you could be either configuring it for two ways. For the secure SSL/TLS settings, which is recommended because it's obviously secured, and the non-SSL settings. And if you can look closely, you will know that each of the incoming servers here are all different along with the ports. Like for example, the non-SSL uses the 1110 for the POP3, while the SSL uses 995 for the POP3. For this tutorial, I will be using the non-SSL settings, but I'll also show you how the settings you should tweak in case you want to use the SSL/TLS settings on Outlook. All right. So at this point, let me open Outlook. So all right. Okay, and I'm opening Outlook for the first time, so it opens like this. Now it asks me, do you want to set up Outlook to connect to an email account? Obviously yes. So I click next, and I'll choose the manual setup or additional server types. So next. Now the next option it gives me is Microsoft Exchange Server or compatible service, which means, do I want to configure Outlook with Microsoft Exchange Server? Well, I could do that, but the scope of this tutorial is not for the Exchange Server, which I will do some other time. I'm going to use the POP or IMAP. So I select that and I click next. Right, next it asks me for my name. My name is going to be nobody, and okay, my name is going to be somebody. All right, and my email address, which is going to be what we use here, which is test1 at chudetv.com. So test1 at chudetv.com. All right, and our account type is POP3. Don't forget, we're using the POP3, and our incoming mail server, which is here, mail.chudetv.com, which is also the same as the outgoing server. So I'll just type that, mail.chudetv.com, and the outgoing server SMTP also mail.chudetv.com. all right, now the username is test1 at chudetv.com, and the password, which I set as test1. Okay, now there's also the require logon using secure password authentication, SPA, which we don't need. Right, and if you look to your right, you see more settings, which I'll select. Now outgoing server, now you're going to select my outgoing server SMTP requires authentication, obviously, and we're going to use same settings as incoming mail server, so you can leave that the way it is. Now for the advanced tab, we have our incoming server POP3 as 110, which you can see here, and our SMTP is 26. So we're going to change this here to 26. All right, then okay. All right, a little above this, you can see deliver new messages to new Outlook data file or existing Outlook data file. Now this means, okay, usually in Outlook, when an account is created, automatically generates a .pst file, a personal storage file. Now, assuming this stores your email history, your messages history, and your account information. Now, if, for example, your Outlook, something happens to it with your present account that you're using, maybe it crashes or something, or your Microsoft Office at large crashes, and you install a new one, while putting this configuration, you can just point to your existing .pst file. So you import it, and when you finish setting it up, it gives you your message history and everything. Well, it is the equivalent to the Microsoft Exchange on Outlook, which is called the .osd, offline storage file, right? So in this case, I don't have an existing file, so I'm going to make use of a new Outlook data file. All right. Now, to be sure I've done the correct thing, I could just simply test. All right, click test account settings, which is here, and I'll wait. All right, it's connected to the server correctly, and it's trying to send a test email message. All right, so you have to hold on a bit too. All right, so congratulations, all tests completed successfully. Click close to continue. At this point, we have configured our domain email account with our Outlook. So right, you have to click next. It does the same process all over again. So we'll wait. All right, completed. So close. So you are all set. We have all the information we need to set up your account. Now you can either add another account or you just finish. Okay. So our account is now open. All right. So at this point, it's going to be downloading the text messages that Microsoft sent. Right now, in the meantime, let us send an email from another account that I have here. Right. Okay. Our Outlook text messages have arrived. So let me log into nobody@chuletv.com and send an email to test1@chuletv.com and see if we will receive it. So I'm going to log in to nobody@chuletv.com. Okay, so read mail using Squirrel Mail. Taking a bit to open. Okay, so now I'm going to compose a new email to test1@chuletv.com. So test1@chuletv.com, and the subject hello, and mail, how are you doing? Cool day in Nigeria. All right, so I'm going to send. Okay, so your mail has been sent, so I'm going to just hold up here and wait for the message to come in. I could easily just go to send receive and send receive all folders to synchronize with the internet and check if I have new mail. All right, nobody@chuletv.com. So I'll just open that, and how are you doing? Cool day in Nigeria. So that is how to set up your Outlook account with your email account on your domain server. Next tutorial I'll be doing will be how to show you how to configure Microsoft Outlook with your Exchange server. All right, thank you very much for watching my tutorial. Kindly like my video and share.